So these two pearls that we have here, they actually look remarkably similar, when in fact one is natural and the other is cultured. With the overproduction of cultured pearls in recent decades, actually natural pearls have come back as a niche market, prices have risen, they continue to be a very rare and very valuable product. And because there's such a huge difference in price between natural and cultured pearls, we have to have ways of distinguishing them. It also gives us a lot of responsibility to actually be able to conclusively say if a pearl is natural or if it's cultured. And this isn't always very easy. It's not the size or the color or the surface of a pearl that's going to tell us if it's natural or if it's cultured, but it's in fact its internal structure. And that's what we do here in this laboratory, and we do this using advanced scientific techniques. One of the first tests that we do is to see is the pearl of saltwater or freshwater origin, or as can be the case in some necklaces, that it's a combination of the two. One of the newest methods that we have available is three-dimensional tomography imaging, and this allows us to actually look inside the pearl and tells us a lot more about how the pearl formed and if there was any human intervention. We can actually figure out which part of the shell this pearl grew in or formed in. And this is actually pretty important information, and this can also vary from species to species. There's another new method where we can genetically fingerprint a pearl, and this tells us a lot more about the species of the pearl, to be able to pinpoint more specifically, what the geographic origin of the pearl is. And another method that's very interesting is to date the age of a pearl. So how old is this pearl? When did it come out of an oyster? The history and provenance have always been important in jewelry, and it's becoming ever more important. So if you have a pearl that has a documented history, if you can through scientific techniques actually confirm that history and confirm that provenance, for example the age of the pearl or which region it comes from, I think that gives the object even more value. We can really confirm that then. Pearls are the oldest gems known to man, and yet we have so much still to learn about them. And this one, there's a mystery that remains about why an oyster forms a natural pearl. It remains so elusive.